We have a new system coming in. How much rain are we talking?
Not a ton of rain, a quarter of an inch to a half an inch in a lot of spots. It's up into the mountains where we see that snow level starting to come down. That probably will be a big story. I would say it will be one big story. The other will be the winds that come along with this system, as those really start to crank up late tonight. And we'll deal with the wet and the windy weather tomorrow. Generally, it looks like most spots will get hit with the rain for that morning commute. Late morning, by the afternoon, we'll start to see more off and on shower activity. And at that time, too, the cooler air mass is settling in. Snow levels are dropping. Highs tomorrow, guess what? Dropping back down into the 50s. Before we get into our weekend, which does look to be really nice, and we'll get into that here in a second. But let's talk about the winter weather up across the mountains, as we're expecting to start to see between 4 to 15 inches begin to accumulate here for elevations above 4,000 feet, where we have this winter weather advisory out for the central and northern Cascades. Now that starts up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, and that will last until 5 a.m. Thursday morning. The higher of that range right there, I think from Stevens Pass northward, getting closer to Snoqualmie Pass, maybe on that lower end of around 2, 3, maybe 4 inches. Then we go off towards the north and to the west. That's where we expect to see some of the higher winds, around 30 to 40 sustained, and then possibly up to 55 miles per hour with some of these gusts that we're expecting across the San Juan Islands, northern interior, and out along the coast. And that will start up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. That will last until 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. 54 right now with the southwest wind coming in at 5 miles per hour. You can see things relatively quiet, though, for the time being. 51 in Olympia, 52 in Chehalis, already dropping into the 40s for Friday Harbor, Oak Harbor, on over towards Port Angeles and in Forks. But generally going to be more of a mild evening as opposed to what we saw earlier this morning with some of the chillier temperatures. You got a few sprinkles here closer to Nia Bay and along the north coast of the Olympic Peninsula. Most of the rain still off of the coast. Our system arriving, that's going to help to drag that all in here, and we'll see that arrive after midnight and heading into your morning commute. So 4, 5 o'clock. Early morning commuters, that's what you're going to have to deal with. And then we'll see that also for 7 to 8 a.m. But I think most of it's starting to head off towards the east with a few showers still left behind by about 9 p.m. at that point. Then we'll have a convergence zone start to set up, and this is what's going to help to produce more of the snow getting closer to Stevens Pass as we go into tomorrow night and into early Thursday. That's going to eventually start to die on off, but not before we see between 6 to 12 inches of snow around Stevens Pass. Some snow expected around Snoqualmie Pass too, 1, 2, maybe 3 inches. Don't think we'll see much impact, though, to the highway. Highs over the next couple of days in the 50s, but let's check out that weekend forecast. Mid to upper 60s with plenty of sunshine ahead. We'll be back.